Hello, today we are going to be making some nice, beautiful winter polar bears. What you're going to do is you're going to take your pencil first and you're going to go ahead and write your name on the back of your paper. Once you've got your name on the back of your paper, you're going to flip over your piece of paper. You want it portrait style, so nice and tall. You don't want it landscape style, side to side, or you're going to have a really short polar bear. So make sure your paper is portrait style to start. And then what we're going to do is we're first going to be painting our polar bear, like a big rainbow around here. You guys are going to be painting along with me, so I will show you what to do, and then you guys will do it on your own. So, like I said, the first thing we're going to do is make a big, nice, tall rainbow shape, nice and big and wide for our polar bear's head. So you're going to take your paintbrush, and you're going to have your paint ready. You're going to take your white paint, and you're first going to draw a nice big rainbow shape like I just talked about on your paper, all the way around. You might have to hold your paper like in the middle of the paper to kind of keep it from sliding. Sometimes the paint can move your paper around, can be a little sticky. So I have my nice big rainbow shape. When you're done with your rainbow shape, there should be a little bit of room up in the corners where you can put his ears. So after your rainbow shape, what we're going to do is go ahead and paint our ears on, kind of half circles, semicircles for his ears. And then we're just going to fill in your polar bear's head and ears with all white. So you're going to take your paintbrush, and I like to do nice big strokes. I come up, down, kind of bend your wrist back and forth a little bit for these nice big areas. And I want to make sure I get enough white paint to kind of cover the paper. White sometimes can be a little thin. It's nice and light color, so sometimes you can kind of see through it. So I'm trying to make sure I got nice, good amount of white paint on my polar bear so you don't just see through the paper. And if you get paint on the table, that's okay. I can wipe that up when we're all finished. Just be careful not to get your clothes in the paint. Especially your sleeves or your stomach if you're leaning over to paint the ears, and you have to reach up. Sometimes you get paint on your stomach. So what you're going to do is go ahead and paint in your polar bear. And like I said, I can always pause this and wait for people to catch up. But right now, this is what we are going for, is our polar bear's shape for his head and his nice ears, and all filled in white. We're going to be done with white for now. We're going to use it a little bit later for some snow around him. But for now, we're going to go ahead and wash our brush off nice and good in our water. And then kind of wipe it off, get all that paint off of there. And the next color we're going to use is black. We're going to make two eyes, a nice upside down triangle nose, and a mouth for our polar bear. So it's going to look like this when we're finished with his face. So you're going to take your paintbrush again, and you're going to dip it in the black and make two eyes on your polar bear. And then you're going to want to, I do kind of a straight line for his nose, and then I just kind of angle it down like an upside down triangle. And then I fill that in. So he should have two eyes, a nose, and then we're going to connect his mouth to his nose and kind of make it like a fish hook going this way, and then we'll make a fish hook going that way. So with my black paint, I'm going to go down and around like this. So it looks like he's a nice, happy, smiling polar bear. I'm done with black, so I'm going to go ahead and wash that off really good, because black is a really dark, strong color. So wash it off really good. Wipe it off on your towel that I give you. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add his little scarf here at the bottom. To do that, what you're going to do is take your paintbrush and you're going to just paint almost like a long rectangle across the bottom of your polar bear with yellow. Nice bright yellow scarf for him. Probably wouldn't help him too much with his camouflage in the snow, but he's nice and festive. He's just excited for the winter to come. So once you've got your long rectangle painted for his scarf, we're going to add a pattern to it. You can do polka dots like I did on mine, or maybe some stripes would be nice. Either one, it's up to you. So I'm going to wipe this off. I think with this one I'm going to go with some stripes. Kind of add some nice red stripes in there. Now sometimes your yellow might come through the red a little bit. If you just add a little bit more red paint on top of it, it should be okay. So go ahead and add your pattern, like polka dots, stripes, whichever one you think would look best on your polar bear. Here we go. Oh, that's kind of cute with stripes. When you're done, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some snow behind our polar bear. To do that, first I'm going to wash my brush off. I'm not going to use the end of my brush, but I still want to wash it off nice and good. And wipe it off. And I'm actually going to use the end of my brush right here to make some snowflakes. So what you're going to do is dip the end of your paintbrush into the snow, or into the white, and just kind of dab your snowflakes all around your polar bear. If you want, you can paint a couple of snowflakes too, but I kind of like doing it this way just because they make almost perfect little circles, like little snowdrops falling from the sky. Now whenever you're finished with your polar bear, make sure you put them up to dry. And make sure you clean up your area. I'll come around and wipe your table down for you. But make sure you have your paintbrushes and everything put away where they go. So your polar bear might look something like this whenever you're finished.